I've seen and I know about Carson and what she recently revealed in the last couple of days. It's disturbing. Took me a little while to process it. I feel that you got to be some kind of low to even consider or think about asking or doing such a thing.
Okay, so this is from Melody's Day of Revelation video, and she is talking about Ariane in that moment, saying that she has to be some kind of low to even think about asking or doing such a thing. And by that, she meant basically asking the question, should she pretend to be someone else, create a fake account, and post a video of Melody and Martell while pretending like Martell is another man, okay? I'm going to bring you guys every single solitary receipt regarding this in this video, okay? So that we can get just on the same page, because there's so much misinformation out there. People have come out, they've been very adamant that the arrest that Martell had on January 9th had absolutely nothing to do with that text. And now that more information has come out from other channels, people are saying, oh, thank God she told the real story. Baby, I told you guys what was going on January 9th. I told y'all what it was, but we're going to talk about all of it, starting from the beginning and where we are right now, okay? So go ahead and listen. I promise you, you're going to learn something new, especially about Martell, because Martell is a manipulating mother effer, okay? He really is. This man knows how to cry on cue, okay? Like a 9-year-old girl. He knows how to cry on cue and really make people try to see him as a victim. We're going to talk about it, but before we do, make sure that you guys hit that like, subscribe, your notification bell, share this video, because that's how others find me here on YouTube. Make sure you are following me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me, okay? Here is the content and fair use disclaimer. I also want to say that everything I'm discussing is alleged, even though I got receipts, okay? Everything is alleged and opinion, okay? Even though I got receipts, we're going to talk about it. So let's finish up just a little bit more of this Day of Revelation video that Melody dropped back in, I believe, May of 2023. I'm going to see you on the other side of it. It's not too much long, maybe about 2 minutes, but there's some important stuff in here, so make sure you listen.
I know that it's true. Okay, I know that it's true. And the reason I know that it's true is because when I posted last year sometime about, oh, so revenge porn, really? That was because a screenshot from this video of myself and my then husband, he had actually sent it to me. He sent it to me after he did a live discussing the custody case, which was something, by the way, that I never wanted discussed, never wanted to talk about it. If you pay attention and watch the show, I didn't speak about it till the last episode of last season. That was because I literally had been telling production, nope, nope, this involves my kids. I'm not talking about it. Nope, nope, nope. Finally, they were like, Melody, you got to say something, because you're not saying anything, but you're showing us things outside of the camera and we're getting one side. You got to say something. Then I finally said just a little bit at that time. So there was a video, a live that he did where he literally talked about the case and came for me, and I responded to that live. Whenever I responded to that live, he sent me a screenshot of the video, from the video, and I know the video. I remember where we were. You remember details of things. I remember the video that we did with my then husband, by the way, just in case any of y'all are questioning that. And said pretty much like, stop talking about me. I'm gonna drop this, even though I responded to a live you just did about me. Wow. But okay, bet. So I then took to social media and said, revenge porn, really? I don't do threats, I do promises. Sent the screenshot to my attorney with the text message. I have all of that. And then that was that, right? So for a couple of days ago, for someone to reach out, because Carson, just so y'all know, she did reach out to me directly a few days ago. So if you think that she didn't, she did. She came to me privately and directly with the information. And I knew she was telling the truth. I knew she was telling the truth because, and by the way, this was August of 2022, y'all. But I knew she was telling the truth because he sent me a screenshot from the video, and I remember the video. So, I never in a million years would have thought that you walking away or leaving a situation, divorcing someone, that it will result in them going to the depths of the earth, all the way to hell, to try to literally paint you a certain way, make people believe that you're a certain way, that you're promiscuous, that you was cheating on them in the marriage. All of these things I've sat back and listened to and really chose not to fully address them because it was laughable. Like, it was laughable because I knew all of the untruths in it.
So Melody isn't lying. Back in August, Martell went live. It was super hot outside and he was sitting in a car. I don't know if he was at a Starbucks or something like that. This was part of it. He's sitting in there fussing about Melody, talking about their custody case. And that's really what blew it up. I think he was wearing a hat that said, God doesn't play about me. Just doing what he could to taunt and tease her. And I bring this up because he said both on Tasha K, when he sat with her, and he said on Queen Sheba when she had interviewed, he said Melody was coming after me. Melody did check him after he did this video, but he said Melody was going after him. Martell started the entire thing with this video right here. He did a live that was probably about 35, maybe 40 minutes long. It felt really, really long. And I remember thinking, he has to be burning up. He's in the car. Yeah, there was a fan on, but he was acting like you could see him like pausing and trying to give you this, I'm feeling really sorrowful. Like, oh, you know, I don't want to go to court and Melody has me in court. And you know what else he talked about in that video? He talked about the money that he said Melody was accusing him of stealing. He said that the judge had made a decision that it was his money and that Melody was in the wrong. And he said, if y'all only knew the stuff that Melody did, and even brought up how she tried to burn his furniture. She put lighter fluid on my furniture, y'all. All of that stuff, knowing damn well that he stole from her and that the judge had communicated to him, pay her back. I have the receipts for all of that. Okay, I'm gonna show just a little bit of this video because it's.
Don't play with me.
Don't make things worse.
I will.
Okay.
I will. Call them and get my money moved back to the account.
No, it's our money.
And split it 50-50 like it's supposed to be.
We just split the $150,000 50-50. What? Why are you messing our shit up? Don't do that. Stop, Mel. Mel, don't do this shit.
Today I'm going.
Don't.
Quit acting innocent.
No, I'm saying don't do that.
Quit acting like you have not pushed
me. Do not. You go ruin the furniture.
Call. And I can go. I don't care.
You go ruin the furniture. No.
Call.
Do not put that on. Oh.
Call now. I'm not playing with you about my money.
Okay. So at that time, you guys, when she had did all of that, he did not pay her. He still had not paid her. Just an FYI. Again, these receipts are going to come out a little bit more as this video goes along. But Martell was trying to make this seem like this was something that happened in 2022. She's just being petty. Why didn't she file charges in 2022? Why would she set this warrant out for me in 2023? That doesn't make any sense. That sounds like somebody with, still cares about me. I guess he feels like Melody just sitting around pining away, wanting to cause conflict with him because he's just so happy in his life with Ariane. But that's not true, you guys. That's not what happened. Melody did bring this to court. I'm going to put this post back up. Y'all can see her name, Melody Holt, and it says 8 minutes. That means it was in her stories for 8 minutes when I had screenshot this. The next post up was this one right here. And if you see at the very top, it says Melody Holt, 7 minutes. And it said attorney on 24/7 speed dial in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Melody called her attorney and gave him everything, gave him the image, gave him all of the text messages that were going, or excuse me, text messages and the IG posts that were going back and forth between them. And that was on a Saturday. I remember that being a Saturday. I believe on that Monday, because it kind of went on, I think Friday, Saturday, hell, maybe even Sunday. But that Monday, Martell had posted an audio of him talking to his daughter. He posted that to his stories where he was asking, he said, tell me what you said again. And then you hear the daughter saying something like, mommy said the reason why you guys aren't together is because you had an affair and there was a baby and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, oh my God, why would she ever say that to you? Why would she say that to you? Oh, I'm just so heartbroken that, oh, honey, baby. It was wild. It was wild. But Melody filed an emergency court date after that event. Okay. Attorney on 24/7 speed dial in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody that is fans of the show and that, are following the story online, people were in a chokehold with this case and what the two of them had going on that particular weekend. So a lot of you may remember. If you don't, trust me, this is true. There are a lot of people that can vouch for it, but Melody had given it to her lawyer. And you know who would have reviewed all of that information at the time? Since they were already in court. That's right. That would have been the family court judge. So that information was turned over. It is showing that she's being harassed. Melody had other messages saying that I'm being harassed. He calls me back to back. He emails me back to back for silly things, right? I don't have a problem, or I wouldn't have a problem with communicating with Martell, only he's not over the relationship. So he's putting me in situations where he's calling all day and night over absolutely nothing. I know it's over nothing. It's just him trying to get back into my personal space. All of that information, including the image, would have gone to the judge. Now, how the judge made her decision, whether it was, listen, this is just the two of you fighting. I'm going to, if you're not willing to share any other information, whatever that was, there were some things out there like that. Then we're not going to move forward with this. But it was discussed. I promise you it was discussed. And Martell knows damn well it was. But he is trying to be super petty by saying this happened in 2022. Why would she do this to the father of her kids now? And there's a lot of people running with that narrative on social media right now. Melody shouldn't have done this. Why would she wait so long? Child, she did do what she had to do. It wasn't until, like I told you guys, everybody who was bashing Carson, saying that she shouldn't have told, let people talk. Let people talk so the truth can come out. The truth will never be heard if people are being scared, into silence. That's just not how life works for anybody. You don't have to like what they say. You can judge what they say if you choose to. Hell, you may not believe it. That's okay too, but they shouldn't be silenced by bullying. I'll say that. They shouldn't be silenced by bullying. So anyway, let's listen to, oh, I don't know if I said this, I may have, but I'm going to say it again. Just a reminder, he sat there and again pretended to be a victim when he talked on Sheba's page, when he said, listen, when she asked, how did that image happen? He was like, yeah, I sent it to her to shut her up because she was bullying me. Martell started that bullying. He was the one crying and pretending. And then he posted all of those other ugly text messages, which I'm going to show because I said I wanted to give you guys the complete and full picture. So let's start it. Here you go.
I don't want men watching my children, and that she I don't want men watching my children, and that she's had over 20 some people watching my kids.
Now, Melody has since said this isn't true. It wasn't 20. It wasn't 11. She also said that it was a few members of family and friends. Again, I've given you this little clip, but I'm going to play all the receipts also in this clip, just so you guys know, in case you're like, well, where's the receipts? We don't want to see Martell. Listen to what Martell is saying. That way you can hear the receipts on the back end of this, okay?
I don't want that. You know, again, like I shared with Melody too, we can have like two or three babysitters going between my house and her house. We can come to agreement on that. But no, if I'm that busy where I gotta have 20 some people watching my children, I might as well give her full custody, or you can just send them on the weekends or something of that nature. But no, that's why. And then some people like, why are you guys in court? I don't want to be in fucking court. I don't want to be in court. I've talked to her outside of court. I've talked to her. We got text messages. You know, I got stuff that my attorney sent to her attorney. Like, let's settle this. But can you please promise me that you will not have that many babysitters, or that you won't allow men to watch our children? That's it. That is it. And I mean, if you can agree to that, I'm good. But she said no, when the kids are in her custody, that she can do whatever she wants to do. And I mean, I agree with that, but I don't agree with that 100% though, you know?
So y'all, yesterday Melody took time out of her day to shut down every single lie Martell told in his live, from the 20 babysitters nonsense, which he addressed on the show, and supposedly occurred between their separation in 2020 and the divorce in 2021. Y'all can go back and watch it. It was season 3. Martell meets Melody in a coffee shop, okay? And Melody explained to him at the time, the reason why I had babysitters who were always family and good friends of mine is because he was non-compliant with their custody agreement, and he admitted to it. Martell also lied about the $17,000, saying that the judge ruled in his favor, that it was his money to take. But according to Melody, there is paperwork, court documents that says Martell did steal the money. He had a certain time frame to put the money back into that account, and he did not. After he failed to do so, the judge asked him to go into mediation, but she said she was so done with Martell's mess and him trying to stall out that divorce every chance he got, that she was willing to let him keep it so that she can just sign the paperwork. Well, so I'm gonna stop right there because that's important too. Melody walked away from the $17,000 that he was supposed to pay her, judge's orders. She also said no child support and no alimony. I don't want anything that is going to continue this case. I want out. So that, just again, if there's any conversations being had out there that is different from that, she does not receive alimony. She does not receive child support. And she walked away from the money. She said that her manager said, we got so many things lined up that you will be blessed, you know, 3-4 times that amount. Just let him have it, because he's doing these things to keep you tied to him so that you can keep that name, girl. The night ended with Melody finding out that Martell threatened to release some home videos that the two of them had made when they were together. Now, men who threaten revenge porn on women, it's beyond my comprehension. I don't know how people get into that space to even think to do it. But like Melody said, y'all were married and you had 4 kids together. How do you think they got there, okay? But Melody said, let me go on ahead and call my attorney and put all of this on the record. So yeah, just again, wanted to make sure that everybody knew she did not just let that fall by the wayside. She ended up calling her attorney, getting all of that put in front of a judge at court. All of that was, I'm sure, a part of all evidence. It came up again, you guys, because Carson Blue shared it. That's it. Carson Blue shared it, put the information out there. And then when Original Straight No Chaser heard it, you know, it kicked in for her that Martell is a dirty something. You know what I'm saying? And he shouldn't be able to get away with it. And she ended up sharing some other things in a video that she dropped today. She said, people have reached out to me and told me that he's done some other horrible, horrendous things, okay, if true. And she said, y'all should be calling the police if these things are happening. And I agree with her. If you guys are watching stuff or hearing things online where you believe that there's threats being made that could possibly unalive somebody, y'all should be calling the police. Call the police. You know, the Huntsville police number. You can Google it. Call them and report it so that they can do some sort of wellness check and make sure that they have these things on the books. That's fair. That is fair. If you are grown enough and ignorant enough to say things out loud that is threatening toward another person, then call the police, period. That's what I say. But let's check out this other clip real fast. And this also have receipts. I wanted to put everything out there. That is why you're listening to everything, because I want you to see how calculated Martell was in getting all of this information out there ahead of the court case, or while that case was going on, because Martell was pissed that Melody turned the tables on his dumb ass, right? After he took her to court for full custody, I just was hoping she would mediate. That's what he tells his mother, I believe in season 5. I just wanted her to mediate. I didn't take it seriously. And then Melody says at the end of season 5 reunion, you don't get to start the battle and not finish out the war. You started this, so we're going to finish it. We're going to see it through. But look what else this man was saying. All of the things he was saying about his ex-wife. Let's listen to it first, and then I'll talk to you guys about what I think on the other side. Hold on. Everything that happened yesterday, you would think that he would be a man and sit his ass down, but no. And this is an old clip. That's why it says yesterday, but y'all see it. This is the video that he did back in 2022. This is what he had to say. Who was watching the kids when you got pregnant twice and had 2? Who was watching the kids when you were performing blank and effing 6-7 years ago and go on the reunion and say, I can't remember? Who was watching the kids when you were taking flights to DC with the same N-word, then came back to me being a pro-ho? We were done then. If I had known all that you did before, we even struck a TV deal. Then gonna take my infidelity to TV for a freaking storyline. Stupid, played me. But don't mention nothing YOLO dirty ass did. I'm not done. Who was watching the kids when you were with your attorney? Who was watching the kids when you were sleeping with my frat? Who was watching the kids when you were sleeping with someone I knew personally? All while married. I'm a hoe because I was sleeping with one person? Nope. You are for having a roster. Your list runneth over. How I found out about the 24 babysitters? My parenting would never allow me to bribe my kids. I'm their father, not a cop. I don't play that crap. My kids are around me. If I ask a question, they're going to answer. Bribe? Belt. The prior weekend, the kids shared with me how afraid they were in a hotel being babysat by 2 college girls because their mom was busy. That's cool. They said the fire alarm went off and they didn't know what to do. My youngest were crying. From there, I asked all the questions. But Peach Cobbler sounds great. Melody Holt, keep talking. Said I was a good dad until we divorced. Being with you didn't make me a good father. Being a good father is just who I am. You didn't have time for me and the kids while we were married. Same as now, the reason for 24 babysitters. We don't owe each other anything but to be good co-parents. If our kids were with you all the time, I wouldn't have you in court for allowing over 24 people to watch them. Very scary situation. Somebody let this woman know that other people have facts too. We have a whole court coming up that says you don't have time for the kids except for pictures and videos for social media. Melody, stop saying you've walked away from all these friends. They all walked away from your fake S. Every one of them will say the same thing about you. Fake. Stop saying you were just sitting back. You just went on TMZ calling me out my name, but I'm supposed to ignore. I was showcasing a BB, which is a bad bitch, and you don't know how to react. So I'm assuming he's talking about Sheree. You keep me in your mouth for a storyline. You have to, because no one wanted to film with you. Child, I had to stop it right there because just the fact that he said, you keep me in your mouth for a storyline, when it was really Martell who was looking for a storyline. Melody was right. She didn't bring that up into the very end of the season, anything about the court case until the very end of the season. Martell sat there, talked to his mama about it, talked to the Fletchers about it. He was the one who was runneth over. His mouth was running over, okay, sharing all the details of that custody case. Then you're saying that I'm delaying the court case? How, Sway? I'm not the dang judge. And it gets worse. He says, tracking, you're delusional. I guess you weren't around me when I took pictures of you and our attorneys, text message conversations about hooking up while you were married and he was engaged, while you were in our bed sleep. I guess her phone didn't know about timing out. I bet you remember now that you were around me when I saw your brother had COVID. Fellas, make sure you check names and numbers because Mel had names of men saved as her girlfriend's names and cousins too. Gotta actually read those messages. Y'all stop thinking I did all this crazy-ish. Oh, we never saw any of that proof on Tasha K, right? So you know that if that was true, he would have definitely taken screenshots and been showing it all around. But he says things that sound good. Oh, and none of this is alleged. So Mel, if I'm lying, sue me. These are all facts, and my witness are already on board, all while married. Crazy therapy was for me to attend with my son because you, Mel, messed my kids up a little by keeping them away for 56 days while falsely accusing their father of hitting him 25 times and striking him on the head, causing him to bleed. He told you he bumped his head on the table, shaking my head. You didn't call me to see what happened. You were forced to drop that nonsense in court. Then to show y'all exactly how crazy Martell is, he actually posted this video of Melody on a date. And I do believe that this is the exact footage from the television show when Melody came to him at that construction site and said, leave me alone. I'm not your woman anymore. I can do what I want to do. Actually, that is not true. I have been able to research it. That video of her on a date had nothing to do with what happened in the TV show. And then Martell bucked up on her and said, I can do what I want to do. Of course, I'm going to come at you. You were my wife. I've never seen you with another man before. So if you've never seen her with another man before, all those names and all that nastiness that you just printed out in your IG stories says a lot about you. And Coleslaw herself has said the exact same thing about Martell having a jealous streak. And she was the main one calling his new bad B names. She called her an old B. And then she went so far as to tell everybody, the entire world, about y'all's sexual escapades in the bedroom, which also made it to TMZ. But he didn't have any smoke for her, not one bit. But here's Melody's response to Martell's foolishness. I said it yesterday and I'm going to say it again. Keep going to social media and I'm going to get that ass every single time, no matter the day of the week. So let's get into it. First off, quit getting all your females to type up your horrible ass posts. Everybody with the least amount of sense can tell these are female vibe posts. You accidentally even screenshotted the text in blue not too long ago. Laugh emoji. And she's right. These are a female vibe post. We all know who's writing them too. Hell, I remember how you used to want me to type up stuff for you all the time. And I had to tell you eventually, I ain't your secretary. Washington, D.C., man, maybe you forgot. The only person in Washington, D.C. has been you. Maybe you forgot about the dance instructor who exposed you last year, sending her thousands of dollars at a time. You even posted when you were in D.C. And then she hit me up because you played her. and she was upset and felt taken advantage of. I'm going to save the evidence for my event though, because it's special. Ever notice how when men get caught up and you leave them, all of a sudden you a hoe? But just 4 to 5 weeks ago, you were begging me to take you back. Mel, you know we soulmates. This was 4 to 5 weeks ago. This man was begging her. That was the 4th of July family vacation, y'all. I told you then, and I meant every word. It's a hell no for me, and God bless you on your journey. I've been called a hoe for 2 seasons now. Where are the receipts at this point? I called you a cheater, a hoe, fathered a child outside of the marriage, and the facts are clear as day. Where was the lie? You, on the other hand, knockout emoji. 1 minute you on a panel talking about you ain't air my ish out like you were protecting me. Now you're admitting to if I'd had known before the TV deal. If double-minded was a person, it'll be your face right beside it. I've said it and I'll say it again. December 2017, I left your ass. Got an apartment, was speaking with my attorney in Huntsville. Yep. Met someone during that time, but we never had intercourse. Yep. As far as I understand you're mad, but I ain't never seen a dude worried about something that ain't even his no more. I would be careful of the lies and assumptions you type online, mister, because whoo, you making this easy. Had my daughter in December 2019. I'm not even leaving the house because I have a newborn. And then there's a pandemic that hits. Everybody is scared for their lives, not knowing what this is. Well, except you. So I'm in the house, but I found the courage to go out the house and get pregnant by somebody. Laughing emoji. I understand the projection from a narcissist though, because that's exactly what you did. Yikes. Then gonna drop that damn unpermitted recording to a blogger, trying to make the world think that when I said 2017, you found out in 2017 we weren't together. But I get that you think people always belong to you, wanting the world to think that you held some deep secret or some shit. Nah, we had that convo in 2020 because you asked a question and I gave you an answer. So old dude recorded something in 2020 and made it seem like he was saving it from 2017. Martell couldn't even save himself by putting on a condom, so no. I've literally sat back and watched you make a whole tour of the city, trying to dog and comfort me and turn people against me. I just step back and let you have them, but the real ones ain't blinded by your manipulation. And one thing about my kids, they are highly intelligent and they ain't about to lie. You are exactly what I said you are. I ain't got a coach. I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't going to, because I actually care about my karma, boo. And hell yeah, I'm gonna ask people why they trust their spouses around you. This one's for Kimmy. One you was just with is giving his wife hell, and now they are going through a divorce. Then you send in all the others pics of women from a damn exotic women site, knowing that they are married, but smiling in their wives' faces. Don't worry, bloggers. I'm gonna let y'all see it, baby. Then Mel's friends got in it and said, listen, I ain't never known you to be a hoe. Then Mel said, and you're right, what they see on TV ain't the real. You in real life is worse, and so many people have witnessed your terrible behavior. I really don't even know why you still on OWN's payroll. I literally had to stop filming behind every man in fall of 2020. Ben left you because you came to the set and started shit. Got in the faces of people that were working with me, pushed one of them, all recorded and on video, shaking my head with several people witnessing. And every single thing I say, I can prove. That's the difference. And man, if you don't stop with this, she was messing with our attorney shit. You've been saying that for years. Prove it. Your little flirty text message you got from my phone and taking a picture of it was crazy. I don't care about that, my boy. I was done with you, and I can do some over-the-phone flirting if I want to with whoever I want to. You had a whole chick pregnant at that time, mad because you can't have me. I know, baby. All right. So yeah, I said that I had posted that picture of them in Destin when Mel said 4 to 5 weeks ago, you were begging me to come back talking about we're soulmates. That would have been the Destin trip. All this went down in August. Around July 4th or so is when they had went or was filming in Destin, just an FYI. So yeah, you guys, that really is what went down. And Martell damn sure knows it. He also knows that this could, you know, it definitely could move forward with Ariane getting some charges too. So I'm going to make sure that I keep my eye on all of this. We're going to talk about it a little bit more in members only on Friday. If you are not a member of the channel, become one. Okay, we're having a good time over there. What else do I want to share with you guys? That's pretty much it. Go back and check out this video. Martell arrested, out on bond. I talked to you about what the attorney said in a little more depth. Okay, basically, just what the charges look like, that harassing communication would be something that's sent through phone or email, or both, you know. So all of that, and then what the upcharge on that would look like. But y'all let me know what y'all think about all of this in the comments, okay? Yeah, like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit your notification bell, share the video, and I will catch you all on the next one.